I mean, YouTube is tripping, you guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't understand YouTube. Uh, you know, revenue. I don't, and I try not to stress about stuff. Oh my gosh, just having a hard time in my life. Can't find a job. Couldn't, I couldn't find a job. What, since 2018? People don't want to help you. I mean, you're trying to help yourself, and it's just a downfall after downfall after downfall. I do be praying, I really do, and people say have faith. I really do my best, but it's just so much stuff that I'm trying to do, trying to accomplish. It's like what I'm doing wrong. And people say, well, it's not nothing, but I just say, like, why I'm just not getting stuff what I need to be done. I'm financially trying to get stuff done. Um, I'm just, I'm trying not to get frustrated. It's just, I feel like it's just stuff like that just not fair. Just feel like it's just not fair. Sometimes I just wonder, was my past life and this life, if is it just meant for me to suffer? I really do. And I know y'all be saying don't be thinking being negative, but I just really do. Like, is it for me to suffer? Like, I go through a lot of heartbreaks. I just go through a lot of bad stuff. I don't have friends. Can't get along with nobody. Men don't treat me right, And it's just like, am I just that bad luck? That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel sometimes, cuz it's just like I really do my best, and it's just like I don't know. I thank you. But pretty ones, we go through so much. We go through a lot. I don't care. People be always saying that you're pretty. You should have somebody. But we go through a lot. I need me some advice. Can you help me out? I'm trying to get some more money. And that's why I say, I know it's not about money. It's about what you like to do. But I just feel like with YouTube, you get played, you know, and that's part of the job. Like, I put all my eggs in one basket, I guess. Guess my head too big. I don't know. You wish you was that what? You trying to say a pro? You can do it. Yeah, I can put a wig on. And look, it's nothing to it. You just spray, stick it down, make sure your hair is flat as possible, and go on. I had to learn how to do it because nobody else didn't want to do it for me. That's just the same thing with makeup. I didn't have nobody to do it for me. People always treated me bad for no apparent reason. Yep, it's a green screen. I'm showing you what makeup I am doing. If that's okay, is that a problem? Cause if I didn't, you gotta be like, what makeup you're doing? So I'm not doing a celebrity today. I didn't have time to do my research last night on what look I want to do. Maybe Wednesday, cause tomorrow I will not be on here live. Today that's my off day. So I just want to do this little cut crease for you guys that y'all love seeing me doing. But I'm at a point I don't know what to do. Um, there's a lot of people that get a lot of money on here, and people just sit there and talk. But with me, I feel like I cannot talk. I cannot be vocal. I can't be um, emotional, vulnerable. I'm always in the wrong, and I can't do nothing on YouTube. I can't be honest. I can't be vulnerable. I am a woman. I'm not a robot. But everybody else can say what they want, do what they want, but except for me. It's not a yeah, people gonna troll, but it's just like sometimes be people close to you that say something like, you didn't have to do that, or you don't have to tell people your business. I'm like, I'm not telling people my deepest secrets or anything like that. I'm just telling you how I feel, what I'm going through. I'm human. I'm just like you all. The people close to you are haters, even if they are family. They can be secretly envious. I know for a fact, yeah. I tell you that every day. I don't have I don't have cousins like that. You talk to people and that's why I want to get away. I want to be completely happy and just want to live my life, you know, have a breather cuz people feel like you don't supposed to be happy or you don't supposed to live your dreams, and it is sad. And at the same time, I don't want people to have a fake sympathy for me because they don't be sincere. So when people see me like that, you know, people like to take advantage of who you are, and they feel like you're not going to be better than them, you're not going to do good as them, so they don't want to help you out, find a job or whatever. They can't accept the fact that you're doing great. I guess I can say that, but it's just that I'm not out there like that. I don't put myself out there. You know, like as you guys know, as black women, they see us at our lowest. That we're nothing but I don't want to say thoughts, but not Christian enough. That's how they see black women because they say, oh, black women, that's all they do is lay up, get pregnant, and it's not just black women, just it's women from different races too. But the thing is, I'm just saying that they normalize that too in the black community. I understand everybody don't believe in marriage. I do. I understand that completely, 100%. But it's the fact that, when you don't have a baby and you're not out there like that, and people want to question your sexuality and this and that, and and it's just like, dang, I said, I can't live my life. Like, why something got to be wrong with me because I don't have a baby or I'm not dating? I just haven't met the right one. I do try to date, but I don't interact with people in that way. Girl, you look like Queen Bee. Well, thank you, but I think I look like myself. She's beautiful, but I look like myself. I would block them that way. They can't say nothing. Yeah, you're right. Everybody here to live their own life. You know, then with somebody, like with my cousins, right? They might be on the live, but I don't care. But it's just the truth. I just want my voice to be heard. When somebody like me, right, they intervene and they say, "Well, I just didn't want her to get hurt." And okay, I understand that. But if that person, the guy, like me, then they should know that, hey, bro, she's not like that. Let me talk to you. Cause if you really like, don't hurt my cousin. Cause if you do, I'm gonna whoop you. And that has happened. One of my cousin guy friends liked me, and they just wasn't who they meant to be or seemed to be. In other words, and it was hurtful at that time for me. I was really young. I was really young. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like 20, 21. I was in college, and you be thinking somebody really like you for you, but they just it's their ego, and they feel like they can do what they want, and they disrespected me, and they have karma now, but I'm not finna get with you just to get with you. I'm not finna do that, you know, because you showed me your true self. If the times were reversed, if I was that female, you wouldn't be respecting me if we were together. Because some people be like, well, oh, if it was you, no, it wasn't meant to be me. Because you would do the same thing to me too, So a lot of guys just don't know how to treat a female, and it's just hard to date and trust. And it's just really hard to connect with people in general. That's all I'm gonna say. It happens to the best of us, but you seem to have solid standards and understanding from what you say. Yes, because I had to learn to, I had to grow up. And it's not just young guys, it's older guys too that's still trying to be players. This man, he was 42 years old, maybe 44, 45, 46 now. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in 3 years. And he was trying to talk to me, and I was like, no, he was. I guess he knew my cousins or one of my cousins, and I was like, no, I don't think that'd be age appropriate. And then he was like, age ain't nothing but a number. I'm like, yeah, but it matters to me. I said, well, I can just be a friend and talk to you, but I'm not going to get involved in nothing else like that with you. So I guess he kind of took it, you know, at heart. So, he used to say slick things to me, try to be smart. And, I just felt like, I was just at a point in my life. I was like, I don't have nobody that understands where I'm coming from. You just have men that like to manipulate, try to take advantage of you, trying to sleep with you, but not really trying to understand where you're coming from. And it's a lot of pretenders that pretend. I don't trust people, and I just feel like people don't get me. Do I have trust issues? Yeah. I have a good reason why. A lot of people F me over. A lot of people hurt me. And it's easy for people to say, everybody's not like that. And, like I said, it's all said and done. It's easy to say, but people hurt you. You don't know how to act, anymore because it's like that's how you feel about me. You want to hurt me in that way. So it just be like whatever at this point because people just don't care. Especially nowadays, it's a lot of people are withdrawing from emotions. They don't care nothing about you. People don't even care about kids anymore. I look at the children on my job every day. The parents half dressed them. It be so cold, 35 degrees outside. They wearing a t-shirt, the little babies, and people looking like, what the heck going on? But the mama dressing warm. That's why I don't understand why you, if you didn't have time to have a child. I mean, you don't want to spend time with the child. Why? Why are you having children? And then they get mad and you trying to judge me, this and that, because that's a child. That's a baby. Why are you doing that to a baby? I find when you doing your own thing and gave boundaries, it attracts a good partner. Yeah, it does. When you truly have boundaries for yourself and you stick by what you mean, not have somebody to play you. It depends though sometimes because sometimes you can have guys that pretend that they good, they you know and I had that happen before. And that's why I was showing you guys about the girl she was dating. Not dating, she was interacting with the guy from South Africa. He was paying for her stuff and doing things for her. But the only difference with me and the girl is that I actually saw the person. We video chat because that's how I had to see, like, prove yourself. Because a lot of people can go on Instagram and comment, and they can also show you a picture of somebody that's not them. But it's just, I dealt with a lot of issues with people, and people just showed me throughout the years that they just weren't for me. Oh, I don't know about internet dating, real life only. Yeah. I didn't really date the person. We just had a good conversation. Then I think about 6 months, 4 to 6 months later, you know, he wanted to send me stuff. And, I had told him no, because I know how it is, because people pretend that they're good. Then they'll rub it in your face, say, well, I got this for you, trying to punish you and knock you off your game. So it just be like that for me sometimes. Like, I just, like, I don't know. I'm such a paranoid person that it's crazy. But that's what that's why I want young girls to watch. And everybody need to stop being materialistic. Like they said, whether you have it or you don't have it. I don't understand why people are materialistic. So I never have been materialistic. Oops. Hey, how you doing? So that's why I don't really go out and date much. Or A lot of people just promise say you just need to go out and meet people. I try to, you guys. I really do. But people are just so weird to me. It's like when people see you, their eyes get big like this. I'm not being funny, but that's how people treat me. And it's just like, hey, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? It's like guys get nervous or they get intimidated. But y'all be hollering, I want me a good woman and this and that. I'll be like, y'all don't want no good woman. Y'all still be want girls that's out there. I have I have asked God to send me a good person and good people that come in my life. I don't know, maybe I'm just not in the headspace of anything right now. You pretty, so they expect you to be a certain way because you humble and they think they can get over. Yeah, that too. Guys feel like they can get over. Man, watch this. I know that if I say this to her, she be all, and that too. And I don't be in a guy's face. Like I don't when I look at other females. When a guy says something that, oh, you're beautiful, you're pretty, they be all up in their face, and I don't do that. And they don't know how to come to me. I mean, come to me directly and speak. A kind of ignorant. It's not everybody, cause I could say that most guys that are attractive that are ignorant. Some are, but some of them not. But and then you just have guys that think that they're better than you. Some guys make you feel like you're not pretty enough. Like this guy, he was okay. He wasn't cute, but he was because he was light skinned. So like you said, like since I'm attractive, they feel like they can treat me any kind of way, like I'm vulnerable or anything. And then they get mad when they do get to know you. Oh, that's why you're not getting none. And okay, but I'm not a whore. So why are you getting mad with me? Cause you can't get your way with me. Trying to use me? No. And then guess what? And they mostly have babies. I'm like, okay. I said, nope. I'm glad I dodged the bullet. And then they still trying to figure out what you doing or how you keep yourself from looking a mess or not being miserable and this and that. Cause I'm picky about who I need in my life or around my life. And then some people just don't want to be around me at all because they're intimidated by me. Unfortunately, I'm not being cocky, but that's how people are. Especially when people use the words, "Oh, this life just don't evolve around you." Insecurity, jealousy, but it involves around you. So you just have to watch people uh like that because they're not for you. Because people be jealous of how you keep yourself up. You're not out there wild. You're not trying to be in somebody's face. Of course, have I liked it, guys? Of course. But people come in between us because people say something and they don't come to me and ask me and say, hey, Modest, or Rashana, can we talk? And, I just, I talk to, is it true? Because people don't ask me that. They just go by what somebody else say. People don't say, well, they probably jealous of her or, they don't want her to be with nobody. But I'm not ignorant though. Because people know me. I'm down to earth. I talk to people. I help people. But then with that, I feel like with my kindness, people take advantage of me because they kind of treat me like I'm a slave. In other words, good morning, Ben. That, because people feel like, oh, she thinks she's too good, or, people feel like they can use you. And, oh, thank you, Ben. And it just be like, why you acting like this? Or they try to act like talk to you like you're slow or like you don't understand, but you're asking me and you're not under. It's a lot of stuff, especially in the makeup business. They come out with so much. So you saying one word, it's a lot of stuff. You have to be specific. You can show a picture, or you can show a video or something. We may carry it, we may not, but I get tired of people trying to downplay me like I'm stupid. Now, the thing is, I can act stupid. Yeah, but that's what I hate when people put you judging somebody and you're not trying to get to know someone. I speak to everybody. I say, "Hey, how you doing?" Now, I have standards because people feel like when you do speak, they feel like, "Oh, she's an easygoing person. I can use her. I can have her do this and that." That's another thing. So it's not about someone being pretty. It's also, I feel like people get intimidated because they know you probably have standards. You're not finna go with that or play. You know, that's the thing about that too. And then people feel like you gotta beg them and to do stuff. I mean, it's family members too, but it's people on the outside that act the same way. So I just ask God. Be asking like, God, why I'm going through this? Why this is a pattern that I keep seeing, that I keep going through with people. And I just be like, God, what do people want from me? Do everybody want me to be a slave to them? But that's how I feel. I just feel like people want me to be a slave to them only. They don't want to see me grow. They don't want me to speak up for myself. They want me to still continue acting timid. Yes, I'm quiet. I stay to myself. But it's like, damn, I'm human too. Y'all don't think I deserve love? Y'all don't think I want to be with somebody that's going to love me, protect me, and, I don't have to worry about certain things in life. I'm going to have they back. But see, too, guys try to set you up as well. It's not females, it's guys. Guys feel intimidated by your power, your strength. They'll try to get you in trouble. They'll try to have sex with you. You know you're not ready for it. They'll still press you into it. They can give you something, put something in your drink. It's just they'll stalk you and then stalk you on social media, calling your phone, to why you blow them off. It's just a lot of that with guys that also I'm kind of like skeptical of dating because you just don't know what you're going to get in return. Like, do I have to see if this man going to stalk me? Do he have health issues or mental health issues? It's just like you just be like, God, what's going on? Why I'm going through this? Yeah. Yep. I did. I put myself first. It was this girl. She's a good. I don't want to give it away because people are like, oh, I know who she talking about. But She be in celebrity videos, and she had called me one day, and I was busy, and you know my situation, in which I shouldn't have to explain to people because it's nobody's business. So when I'm on my day off, yes, I'm human. I want to be to myself. I'm doing things. So I feel like people feel like you don't have a life and you just supposed to cater to them only. And that's why I don't like giving my number out to people. And it's, you could have text back and say, hey, I didn't mean to bother you. I was just trying to see where you here today, but I see you wasn't. I'm gonna come back another time and see you. I'm sorry to bother you. Enjoy your day off. She didn't text back or nothing. And then she started acting funny. And it's like, I don't do you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. I don't do you like that. I know you be busy. I don't really call nobody. I don't mess with nobody. I don't talk to nobody. But it's just like every time with me, it's a problem. And people be talking about you must be the problem. No, I'm not the problem. People have insecure issues, and then people feel like you supposed to belong to them. I'm not on your time. You not paying me. I'm I'm at a job that could pay me more. But I'm up here helping you all. Yes, you gave me a tip, and that's why you feel like you own me because you gave me a tip. I didn't beg you for a tip, and I'm not speaking like I'm better than nobody. I'm really not, you guys. But I'm just tired of people thinking that they can get over on me and try to control me of how I do things in my life. You're not a part of my life, but yes, I'd speak to you. I help you, for your next gig, your hair. But it's just like you have to cut people off. You have to hold people up there because I just started seeing people real true colors. And then she was the same person that tried to say I'm old. Yes, I'm 32. You older than me. You trying to still look young. And I'm not being mean, I'm not being disrespectful. And I don't care. I'm not trying to look young. I'm not trying to get validation from a young person. A lot of people just look at me. A lot of guys then said I was ugly. A lot of guys called me old. I know I'm not old. Yes, I dress like Zendaya, Selena Gomez, going to work, wearing like the long, wide pants and, I wear stuff nice. I wear stuff comfortable. I'm not wearing, a lot of girls wear crop tops. That's not the place to do that, to interact with somebody. That's a job still. Because you assisting customers, you getting orders in. I'm not trying to please somebody that's not going to like me for me. And I got to change my whole persona for them. No, that's not how it goes. Yes, young girls, they can say stuff and that's them. I'm not them. Yeah, like the man told me, you over there looking like a grandma, and I'm like, you over there looking like a raccoon. So why are you worried about how I look? You're not my type anyway. I just looked at him, and I'm like, because I did want to say that you look like a tired raccoon, but I also know that you had to be careful because people are crazy. But it's just like, why you have to say something to me because you mad because you couldn't get something? I'm not there to flirt with you, and people could say I could be standoffish or I can be mean, but I don't do that. I don't be all in a man's face. Yeah, they get mad because you be to yourself and you just don't look for validation. I always been like that since I was a child. I be to myself. Yep, I see guys they'll look at me, you know, and it just don't be me. It just be them. They don't know how to approach a female, and I guess they know she don't play or no. Just speak and just say, hey, how you doing? You look nice today. Thank you. I go on. But I don't be all up in your face and grinning and stuff. I just say thank you. Because my mother taught me to tell me, my mother was always a big part of my life. She always compliment me, and sometimes she'll criticize me as well. And that's the thing about life. I had to learn that with criticism. And sometimes, yes, it hurt my feelings. Sometimes I might not do my makeup the best. I may not look my best at times, but it can hurt, criticize, I'm human too, so I don't, people may think that I have it all together, but I'm human just like you all. So I may not wear hip hop with gear or whatever, but like I said, I'm not young. I wear little stuff because people used to tease about me in school. Like, I didn't know how to dress. I was just like an old lady. During that time in my life when I was young, that stuff hurted me. Yes, I was trying to fit in with the wrong crew, with the wrong people. But when I graduated high school, things changed for me because I had to learn to put myself first. I went to school by myself without, so called friends. I started over. Um, I just have to start real small. I had people that I thought that was going to be there for me. They upsetted me. I remember I failed my English class in college, and the teacher was not a good teacher. She was coming in there late, and I just felt like she just didn't give chances, the instructor. And I had to go to summer school, and I went to another college, and I did absolutely fine. I did excellent. I said, I wish I could go to this college, but, transportation. And I scored real high in my math. They said, wow, you did really good. Them numbers look good. Numbers just me. But, I had a little friend in my English, and she pretended she was going to help me. She never did. And I'm like, why I always get the end of the stick with people? Like, I always help them. I always go out my way for people, but for me, it don't. And then if I do the same thing, people feel like I'm stuck up. That's what the abundant, I just say the one said. And just because somebody look a certain way doesn't mean that that's their character. Because you're judging someone. Good morning, Brian. And that's why I get upset with. Because it's like you're judging me. You're not even trying to get to know me. You're just judging me by the way of my appearance. You're not trying to have a communication with me. And that's the same thing, a pattern that I feel with guys. They don't try to get to know me. They just trying to get in the bed with me. Like, no, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not dressed for that occasion. I'm I'm dressed fully, and people don't want to hear that. People get mad. And I'm like, well, why you just didn't go to the strip club for all that? That's how I feel honestly, cuz that hurts me. It's like, dang, that's all you see me for is something sexual, but not to have a communication, not something to build. And that's why I'm just skeptical of dating in general, because it's like the girl on TikTok, you think you know someone, then you don't. But it's just like in general, I have so many times tried to date in person, meet up with the person, they acting funny, weird, and it's just like, okay, then I have to start the conversation. And then sometimes it's just like you think you know a person and y'all good and all of that. Then they just start acting funny. It's like, what I ever do to you, you know? And it pisses you off because how people act. Because it's just like, why are you acting that way? You know, we had a good time, we had a good conversation. And most time, guys listen to their homeboys. Hi, Maria. You know, oh, nah, man, she ain't no good. Mm-mm. You don't even know me to say something like that. And then they be listening to their guy friends like, you don't even know me to judge me. And I'm not even showing my butt. I'm not showing my chest. And it's just like, okay. I just said, well, maybe it's just protection. You know, God just telling me they ain't no good. You know, just let them be gone about your life. Because I don't want no guy that have to second guess, you know, about me. I want him to really see me for the person I am, see my hard work, see the value in me. Um, you know, I want to feel protected by a guy, and I also want love and respect. I don't want a guy that's trying to control me. Yes, I want him to be protective of me, but in a respectful way. And that's what kind of guys that I was getting: manipulative, controlling, insecure, and you know, they just didn't like women in general. They don't. Because the first thing they'll say, well, you know, me and my mom didn't have a good relationship. Then they want to put that out on you. You know, they cheating, you know, deception. And, you know, you have to go through that. They lie, trying to buy you stuff, trying to buy you, not trying to be there for you emotionally because they don't know how to be there emotionally for themselves. So I had to learn all that. Hey, King Roasted Maria. Yeah, they don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. They when when you get attention, they really get mad. So it's like this guy. He was older than me, right? So he was telling me. He said, "You see that man looking at you over there?" He said, "If we were dating, I'd go up to him and like, what you doing looking at my girl?" And it's like, because I didn't pay him no attention. I didn't know the man was looking at me. And I'm like, yeah, that's a red flag because you're trying to be controlling of who I talk to and this and that. So, you know, it'd be good looking guys out here, but they just have control issues. It was just a red flag. Yes, I like that person. Yes, do I still think about them? Yes, because we did have good conversations, and that's what I did like about him. We, even though he did not pressure me in a sexual encounter, you know, we just talked about life. He did ask me, and I said, nope, I still have my V card. He's like, that's good, you know, and, you know, he was just saying, I wish I was more like you know, in the beginning of my life when I was younger. But he just had controlling issues. Then he just started acting distant and, you know, acting funny. I'm just like, okay, we not dating or whatever. We had a platonic relationship. You know, we just all we ever did was hold hands, but you're acting funny like that towards me. I mean, of course, you know, you seeing someone else. You still seeing the girl you pretend like you didn't want. She was getting on your nerves, but you go lay up with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what be confusing me with men. Like, y'all pretend y'all want a good woman, then you want to be controlling of the good woman. Then she don't want to be with you because you're trying to be controlling of her life. You're trying to rule her life. You don't want her to be with nobody, but you can do what you want to do. You get it? So it's just like I don't have time for that negativity, the back and forth, and I'm not finna stress myself out for nonsense. Um, he'll mess around and get popped approach somebody just for looking. Yeah, but this was back in maybe 2022, 2022, 2023. But yeah, back then, yeah, you can't do that to people. A man's supposed to be territorial, especially when it comes down to his woman dealing with wolves. Yeah, you can wash them, but if I see if the man came to me and put his hands on me, yes, that's a different story. But you doing all of that, talking about if I would have went up to him and asked him what you doing, looking at my woman, to my if we were dating. But it's just like, why are you so insecure? You should be happy that a man's looking at your woman. But I'm not looking at them because they're not my type. I don't want no sugar daddy. I don't want no sugar daddy. So, it just, me and him didn't work out. It hurt my feelings because I really did. I really liked it, him. I don't know. I like older guys, for some older men, but not too old. You know, kind of still in my range, but it's just like, wow. You just be so shocked at people because you think you know somebody, then you don't know them at all. Women are not men's territory. We're not objects. You don't own us. We're human beings. Trust is a very important thing in a relationship. Yeah. It's not about being territorial, but you do want to feel protected when you do go out, or, anything, because anything can pop off. And that's understandable. But the thing is that most men don't know the difference of being a protective person versus controlling. A man doesn't have any business thinking about my woman. Oh gosh. Man can't handle it when either a man look at a women. Yeah, they can't. They can't handle it. Nope. This hair do not want to curl. It's pretty. It's human hair, but it just do not want to curl. How old is not too old? I don't want a man that's 45. I probably date somebody that's probably like 5 or 7 years old. The only person I would give exception to would probably be like Lee Thompson Young. He would have been 41. And, Shamar Moore in his 50s, but, he have somebody now. I think they working on getting back together. Those the only two. But you guys probably say she's crazy. But real, like, honestly, you know, I know I attract older men. The famous, yes. That was my boo, you guys. Thank you, the man, Bunda one, because you never know. Like, that man was my heart. Yes, I'm a Disney kid. I'm proud. I don't have no shame. I liked it, the famous Jet Jackson, because during that time they talked about real issues, and his show was very creative. Nobody didn't think about doing a show like that. And his eyes. I love his eyes. Like, he had them hazel eyes. That's my biggest weakness. If y'all see me with a guy that one day and I'm with him and he have hazel eyes, just let y'all know that's my biggest weakness. A man with hazel eyes. That's my biggest weakness. I don't know why. I love a man with hazel eyes. I don't know what it does to me, but the famous Jet Jackson, you called him, but Lee Thompson Young, if he was still living and he was single, and and I met him, I like, ooh, I feel like we probably would have dated. I promise you, I really do. I really, because I feel like we're the same. We don't put our, you know, personal life on social media. I know I don't. And, we mostly stay to ourselves. But I would be so happy. Girl, his whole name, you ain't playing. No, I'm not playing. And I just did a video on him probably a month ago. I promise you, he just been in my dreams. I don't know if he's sending me signs, but I feel like I would have married that man. I don't care what nobody say. We 9 years apart. He was born in 84. I was born in 93. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can laugh. Y'all can talk about me. But that man, we would have been married. Or we would just been boyfriend, girlfriend. But I really liked him. He was kind hearted. You can tell when somebody's kind hearted. Disney messed him up. Um, they just didn't get that man his residuals. He wrote one episode for the show. I mean, it was just a lot of stuff. These these actors go through. I know racism, and you know, and you can tell that now, especially with this Taylor Swift situation. You see how many races, that's out there, and the girl that went to the Jonas Brothers tour. They were talking about what she was doing there. White people were telling what you're doing here. I'm like, you don't tell no one where to go. Hey, hey, Miss Bella, how you doing? I'm good. You don't tell somebody where to go to a concert. Everybody's not ghetto, and everybody's not in that shape or form. But yes, I would have dated Lee Thompson Young. I don't care what nobody say. I would have dated him, even Mary. I don't care y'all laughing, because that's the truth. I promise you. I know I liked it Bow Wow after him, and then I know I liked it Justin Bieber. But the one I would marry, if they gave me an option, who would I would marry? It would be Lee Thompson Young. That's my honest answer. Completely. Because all three have hazel eyes, but the one I probably feel very connected to would be him, Lee Thompson Young. I don't care. Y'all can laugh about it, but it's honestly, I'm not finna lie. Okay, I think that looks good. I need some holding spray. Good morning, Queen. There are still descendants here from the slave owners, and they're the same mentality. That's why I do not deal with them in no shape or form or fashion. Okay. You have a choice of who to be with. I'm 69 years old, born during the segregation, and I know what they did to us, but everybody have their own choice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know what you're coming from. I know everybody say forgiveness and all. Yeah, I need to change my eyeshadow. I don't think that's gonna look right. Thank you. But and that's why I understand why some people kind of skeptical of dating outside the race, because you don't know if everybody's gonna like you, accept you, and a lot of people do a lot of cut through to other people for no apparent reason. It's sad, but That's how so-called um, United States of America we live in. You are stuck in your ways, then you always. Oh Lord, here you go. Goodbye. Why you keep coming on here? You talked about me like a dog, and you still keep coming on here. You was born in '85. Okay, I see you. Terrifier, please stop coming back on my platform. You already told me. Don't tell me no more. You talking about I don't know how to take criticism. Like I told you before, I do know how to take criticism, but you was being very disrespectful with yours. That's what's wrong with all of you. Y'all talking about I don't know how to take criticism. I do, but you're not going to be disrespectful with it. I understand you may not like something that I do or I might say, and that's the same thing I feel. That's reciprocal, okay? So I'm not on here talking about you coming on here social media complaining, this and that. If you don't like what I'm saying, you may not feel what I'm saying. You don't have to watch my platform, okay? This channel is about me being authentic. I'm open. I'm honest. You all ask me for advice. So how dare you come on here and keep talking about me and you're the main one that asked me for advice and then you turn on me. Like, stop being two-faced, okay? Don't y'all hate two-faced people? Like, I have dealt with that all my life. I'm not being funny. It's like when you do talk about your situation, you're being open, right? People telling you, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Okay. But look what you doing. You doing what you want to do, right? And that's why I be talking about I can't do nothing. I get criticized. People want to talk about me. And it's just like, you can do what you want, but I can't. I supported you and this and that. How you supported me? Okay, let me tell y'all what happened with Terrifier. If y'all new to the game on the platform. October last month, I was blowing up. I was doing all those crazy Halloween looks, right? I was collaborating with the popular, most higher content creators, right? So I tell people I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just going to do it just to have fun, right? So I did a makeup look. You're going to just kept texting on the screen. Oh, no, I don't like that. I didn't like that one. It's not for you to like. You didn't have to comment at all. I don't comment on people page. Oh, I didn't like that hairstyle. I just scroll up and I comment on what I do like. I don't go on people page. Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Then you come on my live. I don't like that. You didn't do good on that. Why you trying to embarrass me or something? Okay, I didn't do my best. But the thing was, transformation is about my effort. It's not about hiding. It's also just about me transforming, meaning trying things out in my life. You may not like it. It's okay. But you tell me I didn't know how to take criticism. That's fine. But you trying to come on my platform and trying to embarrass me. That's the thing I didn't appreciate. And then you trying to disrespect me on my live. And I'm like, hold on, I thought you was on my side. I am, but I didn't. That's okay. You don't have to like everything that I do. And then, all of you talking about, conversations, um, like I'm not entitled and y'all was trying to say like I'm not gonna listen. It's not about me not gonna listen. It's a lot of things you guys don't know about me. When I was younger, I was bullied. People tried to humble me. I know I had a lot of opportunities in my younger life to do things, but a lot of people kept me down and brought me down saying that I couldn't do it. So when people talk to me in a certain way, yes, it gives me flashbacks, but I defend myself because nobody else not going to defend me. I'm going to defend myself. And people may not like that, so they feel like I'm not listening. I am listening, but I'm also defending who I am. And that's what I never did in my whole entire life when I was younger. And that's why some things people say, yes, I might overact, but it's a way of me explaining who I am. Meaning that I'm standing up for myself. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. This is my platform. My platform. It says Modest Transformation by Celeste. It don't say Terrifier. It don't say nobody else that disrespected me on this platform. You're not going to come over somebody's platform and take over. If you feel that way, you get yourself on YouTube and create a platform. You go live and let me come on there. And you can see how it feels. See, you guys like to troll. You guys want to call somebody out their name. You want to call them the N word, a monkey, a roach, ugly, such and such. I'm neither one of them above, and that does not faze me. Yes, I'm a black American woman. I'm proud of who I am. I'm not like these other celebrities. I'm not like these people in the streets that are ashamed of who they are. No, I have been mistreated my whole entire life. Because I'm not light skinned. I'm a brown skinned woman. So I know how it feels when brown skinned women get mistreated because they like to put us in this container, this box that we are dark, we're ugly, we're unattractive, we're not intelligent. When I go to work every single day, I'm working with Koreans. They get intimidated of who I am, and I'm getting questioned why I dress a certain way, why I look a certain way, because I'm showing a representation of black, beautiful American women. We are not strippers. We are not sexy reds. We are not Megan Thee Stallions, and so on, so on. We are ourselves, and that's what's wrong with the society now. The music industry has corrupted older women, young girls. They think they supposed to get their hair all the way past their butt. They think they supposed to twerk all the time. That's not who I am. So I'm sorry if I got over track, but I don't like that when people trying to get over on me. I have to speak up for myself. Whether you don't want to understand or you not trying to understand, but you're definitely trying to put me down. And you get tired of that when people try to put you down, try to humble you. It's okay. You're not gonna like me. It's You're not gonna like things what I have to say, and you might not like me in general, and that's fine. I used to try to be a people pleaser when I was younger, and I had to learn not to do that because people still not gonna like you. So it is what it is at the end of the day. So I do know how to accept criticism, but it's just that you don't, you're not gonna disrespect me, and I don't care that you might feel a certain type of way, and that's how I felt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cause I'm just getting tired of people trying to make me like I'm the villain, and I'm not a villain. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to let that be opened because I'm tired of people trying to play on my intelligence. I'm tired of people trying to think that I'm stupid, I don't know nothing, I'm dumb. It's just you get tired of that. And you get tired of people because people don't want to see you do good in life. When you start to increase in numbers and people understand where you're coming from, people start to envy you, start to trying to bring you down. Like I said before, it's not about no criticism. It's about the way you said it. You didn't have to say nothing at all, really. If you didn't like it, you didn't have to comment on it. You didn't have to like it. You could have liked something else that I had. So I'm tired of y'all fake people. I'm a good person. You're not. Because you're trying to bring me down. You the same person saying that you got this. Don't let nobody bring you down. And you just did. So that's why I don't really trust people, you all. I don't. Because people two-faced it. And that's been like that my whole entire life. That's why I say it's a pattern. People pretend that they be there for you from day one. Then you start doing good. You start looking good. You have this glow about you. They start acting distant. They start being negative towards you, which is all jealousy and negativity. I don't have time for that. I'm not finna be negative or jealous towards you. I'm gonna be happy for what you got going on. But nobody will never be happy for me. And that's why I feel like I can't interact with people anymore because you don't know who's real and who's fake. That's honesty. People pretend that they there for you. Oh, I'm here for you and everything's gonna work out. You don't hear nothing from those people. That's why I'm going through what I'm going through now, especially with jobs. People telling you what to do. You think people gonna help you to get in? Cause you got to really used to have to know somebody back then before the pandemic. I had the hardest time, and it's really hard now because you putting all in these different resumes, and it's hard. It's really hard to get a job. Yeah, a lot of people let me down. A lot of people just not who they seem to be. That's why I stay to myself. A lot of people may feel very differently about it. I don't care because that's how I feel. And a lot of people have definitely let me down. I'm not close to nobody. I don't want to be close to anybody. It's just not genuine. And people don't want to see you do good in life. People may feel like, oh, you act like you too good, and then they want to come in your face in front of people saying, oh, your channel's this and that. You could have told me that when we was in the back. Or you saw me. Stop trying to act like, people just act phony. They're just like the people that I went to school with. They act funny when they see me. Yes, I didn't let myself go. I'm still here at this job. Yes, I'm still living. I'm human. I'm not trying to live that fantasy, um, mediocre, whatever life. Yeah, I want to live the rich lifestyle. Everybody want to show they going out of town and this and that. Why are you showing that? Why? On social media, you trying to get validation? And it's not about me being jealous. It's nothing me being jealous. Oh, get my eyebrow. It's not about me being jealous of. I feel like when you do go to places, that should be a moment between you and yourself or whoever you're with. You don't have to post everything on social media all the time. So who you trying to convince that you are a millionaire or something? Yeah, those what those celebrities do because they promote it. And the celebrities don't care about y'all. Yes, they used to be a human being. They're not a human being no more. They done sold they soul. They don't care nothing about regular people anymore. So why y'all feel like these celebrities gonna care about you all? I'm just being honest. And people don't want to hear the truth no more. But the only person that I feel like that wouldn't be like that, which I keep talking about, is Lee Thompson Young. I just know because he just wasn't out there like that. And I'm not trying to put anybody on a pedestal, but I just know for a fact he wasn't trying to be all fancy with his clothes. He still looked it nice. See, most people are satisfied if you want drugs or homeless or have an abusive boyfriend and a bunch of babies. Yeah, kind of stuff. They don't want to see you make it. Exactly. Sister, when you publicize dumb stuff like that on social media, a person that knows them can go to their house. Yeah, like people be putting money out. I said, why are you putting money out? And that's what I was talking about the other day when they were talking about these rappers are broke and they be like, "That's not my money. That's their money. That's the label money. They just let me borrow it so I can, to show off." And because that's how they see black people, and that's why I keep telling everybody they so dumb to see it. That's how they trying to you. How I can say it? That's how they see blacks. We just all about money, chains, cars, sex, materialistic things. And it's not what it seemed to be. And they keep telling y'all, stop going out there thinking that these celebrities are they big. They human just like you all. They tell y'all that every day. These record labels ain't no good. They'll trick you into signing in a contract, and you sign it for life. And why y'all think Rihanna not want to sing no more? I don't blame her. The music not popping like it used to be because people don't have the money and people just tired of everything. Pop this, B give me head, B I'ma slap you, and it's just you get tired of that. That's not what rap is about. Rap is about talking about what's going on in the world. Y'all not talking about you know feeding the hungry, stopping the violence. Y'all not talking about that. Y'all promoting it, and that's why I don't really like rap in this new era. I'm a '90s person because y'all not trying to talk about the real situations. And then we did have people before Nicki that did talk about life, but they didn't want them anymore. And that's why Prince and Michael was telling them, go independent. Don't be a slave. Just giving y'all some knowledge. I like talking to people that knows about a lot of stuff and that's knowledgeable. I don't like that's why I don't hang around young people. I'm not trying to be young. I'm a very knowledgeable person because that's what they want from the black people is to be with a lot of children, STDs, um, getting beaten, and pow, pow, pow. They don't care. And no race is better than no race. But they use black people as a propaganda. And that's the real reason. So people just don't want to wake up and be knowledgeable about what's going on about the industry. The industry is a slave as well. Those people are slaves. Y'all saw Dolce. She was naked. She was in bra and panties. And the way they had her is like a slave. It was just like Sarah Bartman, who was a slave. She had a big butt and she was dancing for them. And they was touching her inappropriately and they just want to sleep with her. And that's how they see us. And that's what I'm trying to showcase. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I do. But they just have her shaking her butt too much. You get tired of that. And I'm like, that's all she can do, just shake her butt. She can dance. I want to see more routine dances. You don't have to move your butt. Everybody know you can move your butt. It'll be time like to flip it, you know. But that's everybody know how to do now. Master P. Uh, what's his name? Run House. All of them. Run DMC. All of them. Queen Latifah. MC Light. All of them. Of course, I listen to Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Salt and Pepper, Left Eye. Tupac, Biggie. But after that, it was a downfall for me. Nobody's just not knowledgeable anymore. But I gotta go. Y'all gotta go catch my shorts. Real and yes, real entertainment, not fake entertainment. But I gotta go. Um, I gotta get ready to go to work. I try to fix this hair. I don't want to curl. I gotta recurl this part. But I just want to say I thank y'all so much. I will definitely see y'all Wednesday. We will definitely talk about more situations that's going on in the real world. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being so supportive. And hopefully I see y'all Wednesday. Thank y'all so much. And happy Monday. Love y'all. Take care. Ciao.